the same time. What's particularly of interest in this case is that many of these phenomena, about 60%, were seen around the crater Aristarchus. And when the Clementine space probe actually flew over the Aristarchus crater, a very clearly obvious blue dome is visible. Taken together, this study of transient lunar phenomena strongly suggests that there have been ongoing observations of extraterrestrial piloted vehicles that have existed around our moon and its surface.
Okay, so in my previous segment, I talked about how stupid people are for buying into this bullshit, right? And already I'm seeing these people exploding, telling me that I'm the one who's stupid, right? It's just a big cover-up. Well, the only thing that the government is covering up is what they're doing. If there's a UFO out there, it's them developing their latest hover vehicle for annihilating the American people if they rise up for some reason, if they dare to stand up to the government or something like that. That's what they keep secret. They don't keep secret any. And so, like, I felt like I should probably give some specifics, right? So, like, here's a guy claiming that there's a dome on the moon and that it's blue. Well, let me show you something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You get the point? There's all kinds of blue dots on the moon. And what he showed you was from way up in the air, and you can't tell that it's a dome. And it's entirely possible that a meteor hit and it did create a dome. And in the beginning, they were showing you lists of people calling in scientists, astronomers, people with telescopes, saying they were seeing blue lights, red lights, lights moving this way and lights moving that way. Well, need I point out to you the obvious? We see falling stars. Talk to a scientist. There's probably thousands of them every day, every night. I've seen 5 just since I've lived where I'm living right now in the last 3 years. And that's just in my little patch of the sky. And that doesn't count when I went outside to watch the Pleiades meteor shower. Now, need I point out to you morons that the moon does not have an atmosphere? So micro meteorites, which there are millions of, and they may be interacting with the magnetic, because the moon's big enough to have a magnetic field of some kind. So you've got all kinds of logical reasons. And then they, let me turn off the sound because we don't want to, and then they go on to show all these pictures, and they offer absolutely no explanation for any of the pictures. This is just another example. So here's something. And you know what they're doing. They're taking pictures that are either of something that everybody, I'm sure whoever took the picture could explain to you what it is, or some scientist could figure it out. I don't know, maybe the Russians landed and here's a guy who's well trusted for his work done on the Kennedy assassination, and it's pretty solid. He just, although some of it is ridiculous. I mean, for sure Kennedy, the head wound came from the back. I mean, you can see it in the video. Video wasn't doctored, not that that one from that time. Anyway, so they're taking things that are real and they're taking things that are true, but they're not relevant to the argument they're making. And they're saying things that aren't true. The blue dome. The blue dome. Did you see the picture of the blue dome? Well, we have to get out of the ad before I can show you, but the blue dome. Come on. The blue dome. Yeah, that's a dome. Oh, look, I can see a Martian right there walking around. You know, I mean, this is ridiculous. And this is just one example. I'll probably, as I'm watching these things, because I watch them for fun. And of course, I'm actually, I say I'm watching them just for fun as a I can't think of the word now. Well, anyway, for fun, just as a joke. Spoof? No, that's not it. So, you know, and what kind of building is this over here? This is where things hit the planet where it has no atmosphere, so it gets bombarded, and it exposes some kind of bluish, or maybe the camera just makes it look blue, rock underneath. Look at this, red. Maybe that's trees growing.